We've noticed a change in this, haven't we?
What's important, I think, for us to really look at is consumer behavior.
That's how we react as humans. We want it fast, we want it now.
And if you're still using the same marketing tactics, the same messaging, the same approach to that consumer from 10 years ago, you're missing out.
The consumer out there is thinking, there might be a better alternative.
We've found the institutions, we've brought them together in one place. And all of a sudden, you're instantly going in with 6, 7 offers, telling the person who wants to sell their house that I have 6, 7 offers right now. Hello, everybody out there. This is the Real Estate Consumer Shift. We are back again with you. My name is Jason Wells, and I'm here with my good buddy,
Tim Evans. Wellsy, what's going on?
Hey,
What's happening?
It's good to be back in the USA. I just got back from vacation. I went up to Canada, to Banff, Alberta, Canada, and the Glacier National Park in Montana. Oh my gosh, that's some beautiful country.
I love your hat too, by the way.
America.
Get back in the. So yeah, we were just talking about your hat just a few minutes ago, weren't we?
We was.
I just said you said, hey, should I have the hat on or hat off? I was like, take your hat off. Show them.
Yeah.
Show them. Here's a guess.
This is why it's like almost like the Wolverine, right?
I said, no, you better put the hat on before you scare everybody off.
It was instant. The hat came out. Oh, no, put the hat back on.
You were ready for that one, weren't you?
No.
That's good. How's the family? Did you have the family up there? You seen mom and dad and everybody?
The whole family was about a 2,000-mile drive one way.
Okay.
And I drove it right here from Phoenix, Arizona, up to Banff, Canada. My wife and our 2 youngest, we have 5 kids. Our 2 youngest are 4 and 6. The 3 of them flew into Kalispell, Montana, which is where Glacier's International Airport is.
Beautiful area.
So that was the wisest thing we did.
Yes.
Did not make them have to do the whole trip. They just did the Glacier and Banff part with us. But we had such an amazing time. Some beautiful waterfall hikes and rivers, and we just live in some really beautiful country, and it's really good to get out there and see it. I tell you, we're just really blessed. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and I know you've been working hard. It's good to take, I think you're 10 days.
Yeah, it was 10 days out, and it was good.
Clear the mind.
Clear the noggin a bit. Yeah.
You got it. So, hey, this is the Real Estate Consumer Shift, and we're going to talk a little real estate.
Let's do it.
Let's dive into this. I wanted to ask you, there are so many small investment companies that buy 5, 10, 15, 20 homes a year. And there's thousands of them all across the U.S. They're mom and pop, they're little LLCs, partnerships. And here's what I know. And we were talking about this. We get these text messages, right?
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
do you have a home? I'm looking for a home to buy.
If you're an agent out there and you haven't got one of these texts, I need to know how you did it.
It's like the election text, right?
Yes, it is. It's like the political.
I'm running an account. Do I get more election texts or do I get more of these investor texts? But what's interesting is real estate agents, we have a tendency just to disregard those texts.
Ignore. That's what I always tended to do, Tim. I would get them and I'm just like, I'm not even responding, figuring it's like a bot, or actually most of the time there's actually a person on there that's
100%.
texting, sending out something. But I most of the time just never gave any thought to responding to any of them, because I don't traditionally run in a sales category where my clientele is going to be selling to an investor, right? Or so I thought.
Yes.
Right. And or so I thought because I was making that decision for my client. I wasn't even giving them the opportunity to see some of the options that they could have out there for them. And as a result, early in my career, I didn't have a big investor pool to work from. And when I needed one, I was kind of like without it. I needed someone like Aaron. Remember we had Aaron on
Aaron Hawkins
the other day, and I needed someone like him that was connected and could get to some buyers. But what would you say to younger Jason who's still thinking that? I know what I went and did, but what would you say to me if I'm like, I don't respond to these things. I just think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, I think that's what most agents do, like if it's a bot or if it's a person or what's going on. And I think it's a mistake. And the reason I think it's a mistake is there's a value that they bring, which is an offer. And let's talk about an offer. When you are with the seller, do you think a listing presentation or an offer that's sitting in front of them, whether it be good or bad or whatever, but you're talking numbers with them, you're talking an offer with them, brings any value? And that's what I want to bring out. So can you leverage that investor to bring to a seller to start that engagement and lead generate off of that.
Right. It's getting the discussion going.
Getting the discussion and lead generate.
It's like you said, when they're not looking for you to come and just do a listing presentation. They're looking for you to come and get my house sold. And the first thing you can come in with an offer, even if it's not a great offer, you're already many steps ahead. So if we accept the notion that our job as agents is indeed to give them the best opportunity to accept all the options available to them, right? We need to stop eliminating the options up front and instead provide a more conducive way for them to see all the options, and then we guide them and advise them through that process. To do that at scale, because there are, like you said, thousands of these smaller agents, it can be daunting, right? Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, thank you. Yeah. Because there are all these, thousands of investors out there that buy just a handful of homes. Well, they have problems. Let's talk about those investors who have problems. If they're only buying 5 to 10, well, they may have a cash flow problem, a cash liquidity problem to be able to buy more. But that just means then they have longer in between purchasing, which means their lead generation and looking for a prospecting, right? Looking for a property takes longer, and it becomes more inefficient for them. Where if they could turn their money quicker when the deal was done because they had another one lined up, they could deploy their funds over and over, and it becomes more
economical for them. Yeah.
Economical for that investor.
Yeah.
What if you as the agent could provide access to off-market properties that they could readily make offers on and have a steady pool of potential investment properties at any given time? What would how valuable do you think that would be?
If there was a tool out there that was available, you know what would happen? All the text messages would go away.
Right, because they'd all go in
they all have properties, right?
Right.
But the truth of the matter is there is a tool out there.
There is.
And that's why we're here to talk, because we have a investor portal that they can come in and see all the off-market properties. As a real estate agent, you can take an address, you can enter the address in, and they can make a bid on that property real time. Use their offer to go leverage more lead in the lead generation aspect, and then also leverage it when you go in and talk to a seller. I always have a belief, Jason, there's never, ever a bad offer when you're bringing it into a seller. Does a home buyer always give the seller full price offer? Many times it's
in a market like now, no.
Regular buyer, yeah, there's going to be a discount, 20, 30,000, it's just typical, right?
Yep.
So there is a valuable piece of information with that offer that when you go sit down and talk to a seller, you're getting to engage with that seller, what they're really looking for.
That's right. And guess what? We've talked about here at cashoffers.pro. That's where you check out this platform where we deliver multiple cash offers. We create convenience, speed, certainty for the agent, certainty for the seller, certainty for the investor, bringing everyone together in a transparent in this transparent platform. What it ends up happening is that as an investor, as we said, I can deploy my funds more frequently. I now have an agent that I know that is going to provide me a steady stream of properties. As an agent, I now have more of a relationship to work with this agent, and I may even see things here and there and identify stuff beforehand even and start listing their properties. Maybe I'm managing some of their properties. The number of options that we have to be aware of, especially with the changing of our industry, and that your willingness as an agent to do more than just sell or take the order, but to create opportunity for your clients. An investor's a great client to have, to be creating opportunity and putting them into some sort of a platform like ours. There might be others, but put them into cashoffers.pro.
Yeah, and for the investor, that's the agent side. It would be cashoffers.pro/investor.
That's right.
That's where the investor would go. So that's cashoffers.pro/investor.
Right. And now they can set up their buy box. They're not just getting spammed with properties. Set up your buy box. I only want to see properties in area code or zip code 85234. And I only want to see stuff that is a 3 or 4 bedroom. I only want to see things that don't have solar panels. I only want to see something that's not listed on the market right now. You can put those things in, and now the platform will tell you anytime a consumer or an agent submits a property matching your buy box, you immediately get that notification. You get an email. You're able to go in. You can make your offer right through the platform.
The investor can?
Yes. And investors, imagine if you could just say, My typical way of doing things is once I know the value of the property, I offer 75% of value. We have a tool that will allow you to say, all right, automatically make an offer on any property that hits my buy box at 75% of the valuation. We provide a automated valuation model, an AVM, provided at 75% of that. Because these offers are just to start the negotiation. They're to start the discussions. And these investors now, where they normally have to like, okay, now I got to write up the paperwork and do all this stuff and all this searching and discovery. No need. It's in the platform. It's contained. You can do it automatically. It's like automagically. And you can go in there and then you can rescind the offer, change the offer. So you're not locked into the offer that gets sent in now as an investor. So there's low risk and high reward for you as an investor when you use it.
Yeah. Even real estate agents are investors.
Oh, they should be.
You could be in the platform only buy 3 homes a year, 1 home a year, two. It does not have a number count, but you can cherry pick the properties that you want to offer on and finalize. And that's the cool thing about it. It doesn't have any number of properties that you have to buy. So anybody can come in from an investment side and invest in off-market properties that we have thousands of thousands. We have hundreds of agents putting their properties into the system, and you get a chance to buy them before they go on the MLS, before they're aged inventory.
Right. Before they're aged inventory, before they are with anybody else, you get, it's the way to get the first crack at them. Right. Sure. And it's not just locally, you can invest nationally. Like if I'm thinking I want to look at some homes, here in Phoenix, the average house price is, about 500,000. Well, if I want to buy something in, let's call it the Dakotas, or if in Detroit or somewhere, I can create a buy box, and everything that hits the buy box,
any city,
I
any
can
zip
get
code,
and make offers there to offer on properties there.
Any price point, bed, bath, whether you want solar, age restricted, you create what you're looking for. And when it comes up, you have the opportunity to take that property down.
Yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity or a system rather to match both buyer and seller. And investment offer is a buyer. You're bringing a buyer, and many of these investors are looking to hold property. So we find in Phoenix, for example, with all the investors we have located here, they beat out a lot of the institutional offers that are, big companies, because they're doing something different with the property rather than, say, flipping it or turning it over to an agent.
And because they're a local investor, they're more creative. They're more adaptable to the needs of the seller. Whereas your institutional ones, it's kind of like, here's my box. Do you fit in my box? If you fit in my box, great. But the local investor can say, no, this is a property that'll work. Oh, you need to have a 10-day stay in after post-possession. Okay, I'm willing to do that. Let's do it at whatever cost or no cost or whatnot. Oh, you need help with some haul away stuff. Well, let me help you out with. There's a lot more flexibility with these local investors. And so you do see the local investors win deals with a lower offer price than some of the big box
brand
offer companies, because they're not as flexible.
We noticed this a few years ago, how many properties, as we were watching the stats and doing the tracking, how many properties they actually buy in America. And it's when you take all of the states and you put them together, thousands and thousands of thousands.
In fact, the statistic for last year, for 2023, was 40. I think it was 38%,
almost 40%,
nearly 40% of all homes sold for cash.
Yeah. So, and they're a good part of that. They're probably a good 15, 16% when you look at that, and they're doing their part in buying homes in America. So I just think it's smart to leverage their offer rather than hang up the phone or disregard the text or send the text to trash or not listen to them. I just now send them to cashoffers.pro/investor, and it's cashoffers.pro/investor, and let them go sign up.
Yep.
And then when I enter in a property, our team enters in a property, there's the bid. It's like, oh.
Are you ever worried that the investor that's in there seeing properties from somewhere else is all of a sudden going to find no use for you and start working with some other agent?
No. I mean, it doesn't. When the properties I'm bringing into them,
They're offering on your property.
Yeah, exactly. It's my property. And I'm able to utilize their bid to go lead generate and go do more deals because I'm the agent with the offers.
That's right.
I'm the agent that's got all the offers.
That's right.
I just don't have one offer, right? Because that's how these buying companies are, right? They got one offer.
Tim has the offers.
Yeah. Jason has the offers. It could be Beth. It could be you, John. It could be whatever. This is how easy this is and how easy to take advantage of these two platforms. And if you're an agent, where do you go, Jason? What's the place that they could look us up? And if they wanted to sign up, it's $250 a month, right?
$250 a month, cashoffers.pro, but that gets you access to all of the cash offers. And right now we're averaging five to six offers per property. We're available in all 48 states.
Any city.
Any place we have buyers, and especially because we do this investor module that's so unique, we can have a buyer anywhere. That includes you, Canada, Hawaii, Alaska.
Yeah. And here's the feedback I get. Like many times people say, like, oh, it's going to be lowball offers. These are not lowball offers. They're at market value. And man, it is powerful when you walk in and see a seller sit down with them and say, I got 6 offers, and they're like, they're scratching their head like, which one should I take? Mm-hmm. This is a tough choice. Isn't it nice to be in that position?
Oh, that's the position to be in. That's the position of speed and certainty that the consumer wants, and you bringing it.
Yeah, you're not dealing with a cross agent, with the settlement company. You're not dealing with any of that.
God bless you all, cross agents.
Yeah, and your commissions are 4 or 5%.
Correct.
So you're making double that what you normally would on a regular deal and not giving up your commission. So I think I know this is the best hid secret. If you're catching this for the first time, check us out.
Cashoffers.pro. That's where you want to go. Go check out cashoffers.pro as an agent, cashoffers.pro/investor for any of the investors. We'd love to have you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, get the notifications, follow us on any podcast listening device you got, or all the things the kids say.
Hey man, it's good to get you back. Yeah, good to get you back out of Canada too. Like your hat there. And these are crazy times out there for sure, but hang in there. God bless America.
God bless America.
This is the American dream right here, isn't it?
Amen.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Take care.